Oh geez. Hey, I'm Zoe. Oh shit. I don't even know how to do these videos anymore. I don't even know how to make videos anymore. What am I doing? Oh, seriously, I don't know how to make, I don't know how to make these videos anymore. I don't know how to make the videos anymore. Is that apparent enough? Did I say that enough? Anyways, today I'm trying to get back to a bit of normalcy and doing something fun and a little bit different. I have a fully built out Armattan Rooster. That's right, a rooster. Not a chameleon, a rooster. But the thing is, this is a fully built out rig by Armattan. Not just a frame, but something you can buy fully built out to spec. And why is this important? Well, we're going to kind of review it. And even though I'm a sponsored pilot, I still want to be honest about the equipment. And quite honestly, there's some really good equipment on this. And I want to see if we can 3D it. I think a lot of people out there are looking for an easy / cheaper option to 3D. And this might be it. I have some questions. We're going to answer them. So before I tear into this machine, let's fly it in 2D first and see how it performs. Okay, let's give this a shot. Feels pretty good. Haven't flown a 6-inch since 2015 after Drone Nationals. Had a 2213 setup that I took with me to do 3D. This is not a 2213 setup, this is a 2206 setup. I'm flying in 2D mode again, just to kind of give you guys a reference point, and yes, I'm going to fly 2D. Let's get lost in the desert. I think it feels pretty good. It's got a good tune. I noticed it has Betaflight 3.52 on it, which is fairly new. Let's get on the track here and get to go. Only flying on a 1300 mAh 4S battery. This is Kent's backyard track, by the way. Woo! Got a little low there! Flying it like I know this machine. Schizo mode engaged. Now all we need is some schizo trees. Okay, it's not bad. Gotta say, this machine feels pretty good. It's got a little bit of a 6-inch twang. Like on hard maneuvers, you can definitely feel it, but it feels great. I mean, this thing is locked in. It has a nice feel to it. The battery is officially dead. Okay. Bring it on in! Oh geez, my video. I can hear that thing from here. And now the radio's going off. All the things are beeping. Oh geez. Oh geez. Oh geez. Whew! Okay, so that was a good first test flight. I've got to say it flies pretty good for out of the box. Just added a receiver, the R9M system. It was $50 on sale on Amazon. Actually, something I bought. So I own Crossfire, again, something I bought without any kind of discounts. So those are two systems I am kind of reviewing. And yeah, I've got to say it's kind of interesting. Around the same point, and this is very important, I was turned around to the Fresnel zone. So I had the antenna facing that way, and the machine was flying behind me. So I had the best chance of having a failsafe in that scenario, or having kind of lockouts, and none of that happened. So that's a win for the R9M. On top of that, the Armattan Rooster, this was sent to me, and I've got to say, it's pretty good. For a 6-inch setup, I've got to give it, I don't know, an A. I felt like it had a little bit of a twang on hard maneuvers, but I think that was just the 6-inch props on these motors. I mean, that's a really, really big prop for a really, really tiny motor, in my opinion. So to kind of get the performance out of it that, you know, I want, I'd prefer to probably have a slightly bigger motor. But for those long-range cruising flights, and the fact that it's a 2206, it means it's going to be a little bit more efficient. So you're going to give up a bit of that performance, in my opinion, for a bit more efficiency, which I kind of think that's the point. So I'm going to put some 5-inch props on it. Well, first of all, we're going to take the props off, put some 5-inch props on it, and I'm going to show you how to 3D this machine. Yeah, that's right, I said 3D. We're going to 3D it! But first we need to take the props off. So with these Armattan Oomph Velvet. I keep calling them Oomph Velvet. They have a new interesting prop adapter. So I'm not really camera's not going to focus. Essentially, it's completely different than anything I am used to traditionally. And that is interesting. But I noticed that with this kind of prop adapter, you'll probably have less likelihood of the prop coming loose mid-flight. And I think that's pretty important. So I gotta give it up to Armattan for trying to reinvent the wheel here with these prop adapters, because, I mean, to be honest, prop adapters are a big deal. We haven't really changed our prop adapter technology in a long time. So the fact that this showed up and had a different type of prop adapter technology kind of blew my mind, because I wasn't expecting anything kind of new. So yeah, A+ to Armattan for these prop adapters. I quite like them. I dare say I almost would prefer other prop manufacturers to use them. Taking the props on and off of this is kind of a breeze. I mean, generally I can't talk and actually do something simultaneously. So the fact that I was able to do that so quickly is a testament to, I think, these prop adapters. So let us get to the workbench. And to do that, I need to plug in this cable. So yeah, let's move on with the show. Let's do the thing. Enjoy the comedy. Doing the thing with the hands, waving the hands and the thing, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. First thing we're going to do is connect up to the flight controller with our micro USB cable. Then we're going to apply power to the machine. Now, only do this when you have the props off, because you can hurt yourself if something does go wrong. Now, I've only happened to have something go wrong maybe once, but, you know, it does happen. So just keep that in mind. And now we'll go to the desktop. So now that we've got everything connected, we're going to connect up to here. I'm going to read setup. Now that we've read the setup, we're going to go to reversed and go bidirectional, because there's a weird bug. It should generally, you think reversed, why not bidirectional reversed? Because the motor direction. There's a bug. Just do this. If it says reversed, you go bidirectional. If it says normal, you go bidirectional reversed. So with normal here, we go bidirectional reversed. With normal here, we go bidirectional reversed. And then with reverse, we go bidirectional. It's a bug in the ESCs. KISS actually has this implemented correctly. So, and it's not just the Armattan ESCs, it's like pretty much every ESC that uses the BL-Heli-S and BL-Heli-32 protocol. So you're going to right setup on that. Awesome. So now that we have setup written, we're going to also change startup power to 1 and change motor timing to nothing. We're just going to change startup power to 1. Basically what startup power does is it increases the amount of power given to the motor to get the prop going initially, which is very important with 3D. So basically it decreases the amount of delay in the transition. So once that's all set up, our ESCs are done. We can disconnect. Bloop, bloop. And then we're going to connect up to the Betaflight. So the Betaflight is important. Why won't you connect? There we go. The Betaflight is important because we need to change a couple settings. So this is, again, using a stock Chameleon. We're not changing a bunch of stuff. We're not even flashing it. We're just changing the bare minimum settings to get this thing to 3D the way I want to. So we're going to enable 3D mode. Now, the 3D deadband, 3D deadband high, and 3D neutral don't really matter on D shots. It only matters on one shot. And if you want to do essentially 3D idle up, you can change 4.5 to like 5.4 or more. So essentially idle up is kind of like poor person's air mode. Without air mode and 3D mode, which is a problem, you kind of have to either be really good on the throttle or essentially allow the machine to just kind of fall willy-nilly. So doing idle up essentially allows the computer to, or the machine rather, to just have that little bit more authority. So instead of going to low throttle where the machine is all loosey-goosey, it goes to a lower throttle where the machine has more authority, which then gives you more stick kind of room. So you're not essentially using that little authority at the bottom for, you know, control authority. It's just kind of always has control authority. I know that doesn't really make sense, and I'm explaining it absolutely horribly right now, but just... that explanation made absolutely no sense. What the heck what was I thinking? Okay, so just know air mode good. No, wait, bad. That doesn't make any sense either. Okay, just do as I say, not as I do. No, 3D idle up. It's a great way to add a little bit more control authority at low throttle. And yeah, 5.4 is what I prefer on my setups. So let's hit save and reboot. Oh wow, I started rambling there for a second. So that's not the only thing we're going to do. We're going to go into the modes tab. So with 3D mode, we have to add a switch for it, and that is the disable 3D switch. So this was already added earlier. I already added it. We're going to add it range, and then this range here is going to define where it's disabled. So for me, I generally disable 3D at this end. So when if I turn on the transmitter, I can actually get... So in this space, 3D is disabled. And then when I go all the way down, 3D is then enabled. So this allows you to have 2D mode right now. So essentially 2D mode and then your regular arm switch. And then when you push the switch all the way down, 3D mode is then enabled because it's out of range of the Betaflight switch. So it's confusing. So confusing. Like, it doesn't need to be this confusing. Dear Betaflight devs. I see, the thing is, if we change it now, it'll be confusing even more because I'll have all these videos out telling you how to use it the other way. So, like, we can't change it now. It's just broken forever, I think. Anyways, hopefully not broken forever. If anything, they could just add a 3D switch, not the disable 3D switch, which would enable it and make more sense. But whatever, I'm not going to tell the Betaflight devs how to do their job. I just say thank you for doing as much as you have for 3D mode. Okay, now that things are configured, let's test it on the bench real quick, so we can verify that everything is working before we put the props on. So we have normal 2D mode, like you would expect. So it'd fly 2D normally. Then we have 3D mode. Smooth. So now that we know things are working correctly, we're going to put the props on it and take it out for a test spin. This is your not chameleon rooster. I kept calling it chameleon. I feel so bad. It's not a chameleon, it is a rooster. These are racecraft props, not HQ props. These are not HQ props. But HQ, I heard, might have some 3D props in the near future, which would be kind of cool. So again, with these motor mounts, and I really didn't want to show you the motor mounts again. I just want to give us an opportunity to talk about these propellers. Because I get a lot of questions about 3D props. Like, it's probably one of the main questions I still get. And even though I try to put links to 3D propellers in the 3D related videos, it still seems to be one of the biggest questions I get. So for example, this prop here is the 5030 Racecraft Tri-Blade. Racecraft back in the day kind of went out and got a prop made for 3D. Now, this prop has some interesting history. It's called the Unicorn Sperm prop, or Unicorn Sperm color, I should say. Yeah, so it's really weird, for one. Two, the color, I mean, yeah, I kind of chose the color. It could be better. And, oh jeez, stuff's falling over. And three, the biggest thing is that it's kind of a clone of a Gemfan prop. So if you really look at the blade closely, it is essentially the exact same blade that Gemfan uses for their dual blade 3D propeller, except it's a tri-blade. Now, weirdly enough, this prop has gone on to be cloned kind of again, but turned into a 5045 propeller, which adds a little bit more pitch. So that's fun, and the 5045 was one of my suggestions. I don't know if it got up the ranks or whatever, and someone's like, yeah, fine, we'll do 5045. But the only really way to get these 5045 3D props now is through AliExpress, and it's kind of hard to get them, but they're super cheap, and they're really durable, and kind of worth it. I'm debating actually getting a bunch of them and reselling them, which is not something I really want to get into because I don't want to sell stuff. At least I don't want to sell propellers unless I make the product or have a hand in making the product. I don't want to sell it. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And cool, we've got our props on it, and that was horrible footage. Let's go take this thing out to fly and see what this rooster can do in 3D mode. actually. Okay, so that was the Armattan Rooster in 3D mode. I hope you all enjoyed that flight. I know I enjoyed it. And yeah, so this video is kind of, I don't know, a tutorial flight video, me doing 3D, showing you more how to do it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I think the next video is going to be me trying to do this thing on 5 and 6 cell, but I'm going to leave that for another video another time. And yeah, so for those that don't know and those that are curious, you can go check me out on the Outer Limits Discord, link in the description. Find me on Patreon. I'm on Facebook. I'm on the Twitters. I'm on all the social medias for the most part. Come check out what I'm doing at Hess Systems. Go check out their YouTube account and find out what that brick pot is doing up in my cupboard. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I know I enjoyed making it. And if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below. And yeah, if you really want to help make this video better, leave your comments. Share it. Get out into the universe. Okay, that's enough social media shilling. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time. Don't you dare slap that camera one more time! That's played out. It's stupid. It's a really old camera editing trick. I am so sick and tired of seeing it editing. Oh my god, I can't believe I used it so much in this video. I'm so sorry. Oh my jeez. Ow, fuck, ow, fuck, ow, 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 ow.